I kind of had to ad lib at that whole
See,
point from there. It got me all out of whack.
He brings the Facebook. I bring a little bit of humor.
Yes.
We got our parts.
Yes. So, so this time it's about the market, kind of what's going on, what you're seeing, how you're helping the buyers, the sellers, would drive, and then kind of we'll steer into kind of the thing you're doing is this community. We'll move right into the community open house. Okay, and it will be tomorrow, so it'll be tomorrow, as you're saying. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can say tomorrow. I mean, because it airs Saturday at 10 all the time, and then sometimes they'll throw it on Sundays or stuff like that. But at that point, you're kind of already into it. It's usually whenever there's an open hour on Sunday afternoon or something. But yeah, any questions on that?
No.
And this is still August numbers that are out, so they haven't brought out September numbers. It'll be a while for what I'm going over.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I'll pull up.
Okay.
Every time. Yeah.
Heather, you can obviously speak mostly about the open house since you put in 80 hours per
Someone stole my sign this morning, my open house sign I put on 290.
No, and we're not just talking 18 by 24. I mean,
It was
like
8 foot by 4 foot.
And they somebody
$300 sign.
They didn't steal it. They're preparing for winter by
The
chopping up wood.
WCID took it down. They were like used improper stakes.
Come on.
I was like, well, my improper stakes, you can write me a check for $350.
I worked in Georgetown, and we put up balloons one time, and the city came and took them all down because they only allowed 12-inch balloons, and we were using 16-inch balloons. Took them all down. I mean, these were like 400 of them, helium blown up, the strings tied, the whole thing. I mean, it was like 2 days worth of work.
So
gone in like 40 minutes over some silly city code that only the city knows about. So yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's back up though. Yeah.
It'll be gone before tomorrow.
And the poor guy walked in and he's like, I took your sign.
You may not mention like look for the big open house sign.
Yeah. On the wooden platform, not in the metal stakes anymore. It's a lovely neighborhood. The restrictions are super tight by there.
Yeah. That's what makes it a lovely neighborhood. All right, ready? All right. Hello, Austin, Texas. You're listening to the Home Team with Troy and Colton, where we bring sports and money together for your education and entertainment. If you have any questions about anything we say today, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call, 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. I feel so... It's like I'm like... that Tom Cruise movie, You Complete Me. I feel so uncompleted without Wyatt doing the your. Yeah. Colton's just not. He's just not feeling.
Not the same as Wyatt. You're missed, Wyatt.
No, you're missed, Wyatt. Just so you know, you are missed. So, with that, hey everyone, this is the real estate segment of the Home Team. So, with that, of course, you know that I'm the mortgage guy, so I always want to have real estate experts on the show. So, of course, we brought returning superstar HeatherJones of Magnolia Realty.
Hey guys.
And then she said she wanted to bring her superstar, so she brought the broker owner Cody George of Magnolia Realty, HC.
Hello. Thanks for having us.
Like the HC?
The HC.
Yeah.
With the drip. HC.
Yeah, the HC in the drip. Yeah. Or dripping. I mean, if you want to continue down that old thing. But
we do have a secret fight with San Antonio Magnolia because they're San Antonio Hill Country and we're Austin Hill Country, and we technically claim the Hill Country.
Yeah, there's no Hill Country in San Antonio.
That's what we said.
This is
That's New Braunfels, y'all. It's not San Antonio.
We are the gateway to the Hill Country. It says it on the water tower.
It's funny. Something because there's a lot of that. I hear the same thing, and so we're in. I'm Jonestown, Leander.
Yeah, okay.
Same thing. We say we're the gateway. I'm like, apparently there's a lot of gates to the Hill Country.
Yeah. It's multi-entry.
I think. That's right. The drip. Well, Hamilton says they're the gateway. I think maybe they're the exit to the Hill Country. Because I don't know. That's just what I think.
It's the back door.
Yeah, but with that, I mean, real estate it's hot. And it's not all at the same time.
I think it's a little bipolar
yeah.
lately.
Yeah. I I can't remember that medicine that they advertise on TV for bipolarism, but we can give that to the real estate market right now. I mean,
or at least the agents.
Yeah. the that's 3 segments all on its own. The median sales price $460,000, and it's down 7% year over year. Which freaks a lot of people out. And so these are August numbers. So as of August, we were still having appreciation. It does feel now that we're kind of farther into the year that we're finally seeing, I want to say slow down. I don't know if it's slow down, but we're seeing depreciation. And it, in my opinion, what's happening to the real estate market right now is 100% according to the mortgage rates. Because in September, late September, early October, the mortgage rates were the highest they've been this century. They were 1990s numbers as far as rates and things like that. Back then, we didn't have points. It's like we do now. I mean, we did, but they just weren't used like they were now. We had an origination. Everybody paid an origination fee back then. But the points, when you calculate the points in, the rates are higher than they were in the 90s. And so that has really stalled sellers, that stalled buyers, and things like that. And so, but with that happening, the year-over-year closed sales is up 1%. So obviously, people like yourselves are doing a good job helping people move. What are you seeing out there in the real estate market that I'm not seeing?
Sure, and I think Heather stated it well. It's bipolar. From what we can see, it's hard to make heads or tails of it. So for us, in talking with our clients, it's setting expectations, right? And it's showing them through data and examples of what we have seen and our clients have faced and experienced, so that they can make the best decision for themselves, right? Because buying and selling is not going to be right for everybody right now. And if we look at something, right, we're a resource to our clients, and we're gonna let them know, hey, it may not be the right time for you, right? We're not just gonna push a sell because we want to make a sell, and that's the other thing, is just providing as much information as we possibly can, so our clients feel like they've got what they need to make the right decision. With that said, I think as we're moving into the fall and the winter months, there's seasonality, right? And for the past several years, we haven't experienced seasonality.
I was going to say that too, as you were talking about the numbers here. I was going to say we typically see a seasonal slowdown in August and September, and then you see a slight bump in October, early November for those people who are moving mid-year. So I'll be curious to see what the numbers look like. I've spoken to several agents this week, and they've said, had a house on the market for 30 days, and we ended up with 4 offers over the weekend. Yeah. So that's what I said, it's like bipolar. You're like, well, we're not getting multiple offers, and then here you are a month into it, and you're like, yeah, never mind.
Goes nothing, there it is.
Yeah, we had 5 years of December being some of our best months, right? Where that had, prior to 5 years ago, you'd see that dip, right, in seasonality. So I think we're returning to some seasonality. Of course, interest rates aren't helping.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that's true, because there's it kind of stuck with my thought here, but right now it feels like we're only working with the have-tos, and so they're very seasonality, because I have to move by the end of the year, or I have to move during the summer, and so that's what we're working with, and they're very seasonal in that, because they've got to move for school. And most people move for school, I've noticed.
I was just about to mention school.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm seeing is out there. And for us, as far as the mortgage industry, typically December and January are excellent refinance months, because of the escrow account's been paid, and so the refinance amount, especially in Austin, is like $9,000 or $10,000 less loan amount you need than is opposed to September. But that's not happening this year. We're only refinancing, again, the have-tos, the people that, and this is very important. If you own a home and you have equity in it, and you're struggling to pay your credit cards and your debt and stuff like that, no matter what the interest rate is, you should do a cash out and take yourself out of that situation, because you can lower your entire month. I mean,
7.5%, 8% is way cheaper than what you're paying on that credit card.
Yes.
23, 25%.
And it's $1 trillion in credit card debt. So that's something. It's hard for me to say that. And so, as far as one of the questions, Heather, I'm kind of wondering is, do you think it's a seller's market, a buyer's market, or depending on the day? I mean, it seems like everyone tells me a different answer every time I ask that.
So I actually pulled last weekend when I came. I pulled the numbers and it was really interesting. So when I looked back at August, it was very much still a seller's market, and then it kind of just barely jumped into a buyer's market, and then it looks like the early numbers of October, what I could pull those few days. Looks like it was kind of a seller's market again. So it's just, you're very close. We're sitting, it's just kind of teetering back and forth on what, So anyway, I would say it's a very neutral market right now. And I think you've got the people who need to sell, they want to sell. They're going to be offering some great deals. Buying down the interest rate. Sellers are willing to, you can either bump up the sales price if you needed to, and they can give you up to 6%.
Yeah, FHA 6%, conventional 3% of that. As an example, you're selling a $300,000 house. That means the seller can pay $9,000 on conventional or $18,000 on FHA.
And you're much better off buying down that rate and even paying more for the house if you needed to. The difference in your payment is $300, $400, $500 a month.
Yeah.
And so ask for that.
Absolutely.
Ask for that rate buy down.
Absolutely.
And most sellers are willing to give that.
Especially in the long term of things, that rate's going to go a long way.
And so, what are you doing right now to help sellers, sell their homes?
So, I start with staging. I do personalized property websites, which are huge. And then something that we haven't seen in a very long time is community-wide open houses. They're back.
Yeah. So how does that work? That's very interesting.
So I reached out to every agent. So I've got a listing in Belterra, which is just west of Austin, and I reached out to every other listing agent that had homes for sale, and I said, hey, let's partner together and let's host an open house at the same time on the same day and coordinate. And so we pooled our money, pooled our resources, and doing a bunch of advertising, and hopefully just to get people to come out. They can look at the community, and it's an opportunity for buyers to feel like they're getting the most bang for their buck in their time, to be able to walk through 3, 4, 6, 10. We've actually got 14 homes. So we're doing a community-wide open house tomorrow.
Yeah.
1 to 4.
1 to 4. That's October 15th. In case you're like me and you don't know what tomorrow is.
Yes.
But Sunday 1 to, and that's the Belterra community, the whole community.
Yep.
Or?
You just head west, head back past where Nutty Brown used to be, where the new HEB is, and just turn into Belterra. There's going to be real estate signs everywhere. Pick a house, start at 1, and then we'll have flyers to get you going to the next ones.
Okay. Is there a big sign that shows us where it's at?
There's a big sign on 290, and it says "Community Wide Open House." You cannot miss it.
And that's right. And if you want a special deal, ask Heather the backstory behind the big sign when you see her tomorrow.
Yes, I will fill you in. You come to my listing.
What's the address to your listing again?
My listing is 195 Cork Lane. It is a beautiful 4-bedroom with a pool, hot tub. Tons of flex space, great for multi-generational living, and it's also ADA accessible.
Oh wow! And that multi-generational, that's a thing now.
It's huge.
That's a big thing now.
And or just having multiple spaces for 2 people to work from home in.
And you'll get to see some of Heather's amazing staging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So make sure now, and that's 1 to 4. I mean.
Yep, 1 to 4.
1 to 4, and you said head west.
Head west on Highway 290.
Okay. See.
Towards the Drip, and if you're not Troy, Dripping Springs.
You just wanted to hear you say
the Drip.
Yeah, my life is complete
now. But you don't
now.
quite make it to Drip. We're about 7 miles from Oak Hill.
Okay, and this is a well-established neighborhood too, and so
it is, and ironically, it is the closest master planned community to downtown Austin. So once all of that construction is complete, the drive to downtown should probably be close to 15-20 minutes.
Oh well,
that's
that's nice because
it's closer than Leander.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm trying to stay away from downtown now. I've gotten to that stage. I'm that old. I'm that old guy that's that's for the kids.
Unless you're going to a football game.
That's right. Hey everyone, you've been listening to the Home Team with Troy and Colton. We hope you've enjoyed what you've heard so far. If you have any questions about anything we said today, please reach out to me at loansfromtroy.com or give me a call at 855-299-HOME. And as always, this segment is brought to you by Security National Mortgage, where we turn houses into homes by financing your American dream. See you in just a minute.